You ready?
Okay.
Okay. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Quoting Neil Armstrong on the 20th of July, 1969, as he became the first person ever to set foot on the moon. I believe that this quote is a great representation of the technological advances that were brought about by the moon landing programs and subsequent programs that were run by NASA. These programs were years ahead of their time and benefited the nation as a whole. I have done some research on this bill as well as talked to lots of people that feel the same way as I do, and I'm qualified to talk to you about it. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration Authorization Act of 2015 needs to be passed. This bill needs to be passed to allow NASA to continue its research and development of cutting-edge technology that can be used in everyday life. According to NASA's webpage, their projected budget for 2017 is $20 billion, which might seem like a lot of money, but it actually is less than 1% of our nation's total budget. Now, some of that $20 billion goes to STEM education for the public. STEM stands for science, technology, education, and math, as well as environmental and earth science research that benefits all of us here on Earth. Also, part of that research is safety development, which is used in cars, helmets, and on airplanes, and helps protect us every day as we travel. Also, NASA produces many jobs that stimulate the economy. Quoting Michael O'Brien, a mechanical engineer, there is a very high return on the money spent by the government for NASA. For every dollar that is spent by the government on NASA, it is projected by some experts that up to $5 are put back into the economy through paying their employees, like outsourcing to other companies and things like that. Now, one of the things that NASA's been working on recently is like removing asteroids out of like impact path with the Earth. Some asteroids that are even as big as like 100 kilometers, or no, meters, 100 meters like in diameter, can do some serious damage to Earth, and they have been able to believe that they'll be able to like redirect the path of an asteroid so it will not impact us here on Earth. Now also, according to Michael O'Brien, in 2005 Congress tasked NASA to find and map all of these near-Earth-sized objects with a diameter greater than 140 meters. And by 2020, now with the continued funding of NASA, they should be able to attain this decently easy goal. Now, this new budget will continue to allow NASA to strive towards this goal of reaching Mars. According to Gary Daines of NASA, NASA is developing the capabilities needed to send humans to an asteroid by 2025 and to Mars in the 2030s. These goals were outlined in the NASA Authorization Act of 2005, as well as the U.S. National Space Policy, which was issued in 2010. Now, Mars has had the conditions for possibly sustaining life in the past, and landing there and doing some research on Mars could answer the age-old question, is there other life in the universe? For those reasons, this bill needs to be passed. Using this budget, as well as not decreasing the NASA's budget in the near future, will allow them to achieve the previously stated goals. Continuing to fund NASA will not hamper, but boost the economy, and the relatively small amount of funding that is given to NASA has more than paid for itself in engineering and scientific advances in the past, and will continue to do so. Some examples of these are cell phones, GPS, satellite TV, weather satellites, and other technological advances all rely on advances that were made by NASA. The continued funding of NASA will provide useful technology and data that will be used in the future and right now for medical, scientific, and engineering advances. They will continue to help protect Earth from asteroids, as well as to continue to provide jobs and businesses for our economy. The potential provided by passing this bill not only includes the expansion of the human race, but also the further development of recognized and prominent sciences. Thank you.